college football, and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Virginia Tech Hokies taking on the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. First down. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Nowasi. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think that was step one for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive and see what this offense does today.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They just keep firing. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They kick it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxed.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
The Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. The short hands, it's Schultz. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
By the receiver, he's brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Hokies look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? Probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Making side adjustments here. Now they'll run it to the right here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback keeps it. It's a bummer on the play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sands. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
It's complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
On the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on 4th down.
Let's go!
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
The Wolverines are marching down the field. A run for the quarterback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. thing going, down 3-0. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Finds a man on the left, and they'll knock him down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the ball is not free. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Touch pass on the run. Shakes off the defender. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now on the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Coates. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Schultz. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. On the move. Running to Green. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
On target over the middle. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Flips it out in the flat. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Catch in the middle, it's sharp.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snagged in the middle, it's Schultz. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he could carve up this defense.
Those corner routes are really, really good versus cover 2. You know, the corner's playing zone coverage, and that receiver can push up the field and really break out between the safety and the corner, and had a lot of success on that one.
Quick completion on the out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Hokies in the hurry up.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man downfield. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
On the direct snap, it's Coates. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Absolutely
this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. Touchdown, Hokies! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back. They know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot. He's got it down the left side. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's the exact opposite of what this defense drew up in the locker room. You want to stop giving up explosive plays. You want to play deep, make the offense earn it. But play one, they put the ball in the air, down the field. DB can't make a play. Not only that, the run after the catch, a disastrous start for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tech sends the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Caught over the middle. It's sharp. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Coates. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Quarterback keeper. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt, but I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Connection to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And then offense, I think they got a really good clue that that corner route continues to be open. I'd keep hitting it.
The Hokies are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Complete to the right. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Duggan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Got it behind the line. It's Duggan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On the move. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got a man. It's Duggan. Turning it on. Inside the touchdown, Wolverine. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Kickoff here and all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle. It's Schultz. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now on first down from the 28. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Jefferson. Oh, what a move. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Calls his own number. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jennings. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
First down for the offense.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They move on top here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Duggan. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Using his feet. Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. Fighting off the defender. Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. play of the drive wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to take off. Took care of it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Jennings. Makes a grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Coates. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's a nice play by this defense. Nice job getting the hand of the football, getting the bat down, and now all the pressure goes on the other side. This offense, 3rd and long, got to protect your quarterback up front. Give him enough time on this 3rd down and long situation to make a play down the field.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. To the air on 1st down. Got it! Touchdown, Hokies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
That makes the score Virginia Tech 35.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.